What's up, everybody? We're going to take a look at Middleton today. As you can see here by this beautiful red sign, which is my favorite color, I just want to point out. We'll start off Citizens First Bank, going to soon be changed the name to that, but we're going to start off in this downtown area here where Portillo's actually opened recently. Apparently it's been super busy from everything that I've seen. Like incredibly busy, lines out the door. Everybody has rave reviews. If you've been already, shoot me a comment. Tell me what it was like, what you liked, what you didn't, all that kind of stuff. I know it's been a long time since I've been out getting videos, but school started, and about 3 weeks ago I'm coaching cross country, plus I'm training for Ironman, half Ironman next month in September, end of September. So it's gonna be it's a busy time of the year for me currently. As you can see, not a whole lot of construction going on down here in the middle of Middleton in this downtown area. They haven't really opened up too many businesses. I know Portillo's is open, there's another restaurant opened, but I don't think this area is filling up the way they thought it would, and specifically the Middleton housing area. You know, they reduced it from 8,500 single family or small family homes, and those are going to be going the way of 55 plus and up, some of them, actually the majority of them. And I know there's still a couple phases left to go with the build out here, but I don't think the houses are selling as fast as they anticipated for this. And to a point, I understand it, because you have, like, I don't know how many employees of the villages are coming down here to pay for one of these homes. Most or some of the employees of the villages are just working small, random jobs, 15-20 hours a week to get their kids into the charter school, so they're not really worried about coming down and purchasing a home. This would be like what I would suspect is village sales agents and some of the higher end upper employees of the villages area. So this area right here is right along Central Parkway. You can see some of the homes are finished, but not a lot, and those are the smaller homes. This area is still quite a bit open, and you can see just not a lot of homes in this area. Coleman prison is actually on the other side of those trees. We're facing north, kind of turning toward the west here. And yeah, there's just not a lot going on this northern side. Most of the construction and the development is going on the southern side, which we'll see here in a little while, and a lot of clearing of land and things like that, which if you've seen a couple of the videos I did toward the beginning of summertime, they were making a lot of headway into those areas as well, getting trees out of there and clearing that land before they go in and make it look like this and then start building. Now there's several parks in this area where you can walk dogs, and the kids can play and all those type of things. Middleton is not like, they don't have the amenities, and residents that live in Middleton do not have access to the amenities of the villages because it is a private area. So they don't have access to the golf courses or anything like that like the residents in the actual villages do. They do have their own amenities, but there's no golf courses in this area. This is Thurston Park. Thurston Park is one of the many, there's several of these parks built throughout Middleton, and it's right in the middle of Thurston Loop. So you can see it right here on the left hand side of the screen. They do have pools, I believe tennis courts and all those kind of things that the rec centers have. They just have the dog parks and playgrounds and a couple things that the village's recreation centers obviously wouldn't have. A couple of them might have that or whatnot. This is also where the village's charter school is. The high school, middle school, K through 12 all come down here. 2 separate schools, and then you have the child care area as well. And that early childhood center is right there in the middle of our screen, and that's where like the kind of like a daycare. I mean, you could just see the charter high schools there in the background, top left, and K through I believe 6 is on the right hand side of the screen, or sorry, K through 8 is on the right hand side of the screen coming out. The facilities at the charter school are immaculate. Obviously, they have practice fields, full football fields, and all of those type of things. As well as this area bumps right up along Moultrie Creek. So Moultrie Creek is here on the left. It's separated out by water. People have commented before and said that you can hear the football games going off from the Moultrie Creek side, or you can hear the announcements at night and the band playing and things like that. So I think that's actually pretty cool. Something to think about with these Lakeview is I have seen in the news lately about residents kind of getting upset because these little retention ponds, they start to get this stuff in them. I don't know exactly what that is, but it's some kind of algae stuff or whatnot, and there's a couple areas in the villages that are starting to stink because of that as well. So something to think about if you're looking to purchase a waterfront lot. Once we come over to the southern side here, you're going to see a lot of the construction going on. So this is Landstone Boulevard, which runs into Bexley Trail. Bexley Trail is the road that goes all the way up to the Bexley Bridge over into Southern Oaks Golf Course and up by Sawgrass Grove. You can see the southern area here kind of toward the top of your screen. Quite a bit of development going on, and they're getting rid of a lot of trees, taking the brush out and getting ready to level that out and make it build some homes on it. There's another park here, and this is Kewadin, Kewadin Park. I think that's how you pronounce it. I don't know. It's like one of my kids' names at school, is you never know how to pronounce them. But that's the park here, similar to the other one that we saw. And again, there's like several of these parks throughout. So this is looking straight east here. If like the top of the screen, that's where that Beautyberry and Honeysuckle executive golf courses are going to be, way up at the top of the screen. On the southern end of Shady Brook. So it's coming along quite nicely. Now this row of trees kind of separates things out. This is also going to be Middleton, so I was told, on the southern end of these trees, right here where everything is going. And they're putting a bridge in there for traffic to cross over. I would assume that's going to be golf cart and vehicle traffic, is my guess. That could just be to get heavy equipment over so they can level all this. A lot of water in this area though. And something I would be cautious about down here is definitely sinkholes, or as the developer likes to call them, depressions. But there are a couple sinkholes that have opened up down here, and one specifically in Monarch Grove, where a resident is having problems, and she has been for quite some time, with the insurance company and getting that taken care of, and then the county has to clear it for them to actually come in and do the work. So something to think about when you're purchasing down in this area is a lot of water and the possibility of sinkholes. Funny enough, this is Dry Creek Park here at the bottom of your screen, which is kind of smack dab in the middle of Middleton. And you can see the bridge going there across into that southern end. Look how much land they have cleared since the last time that we flew over here, which has been, I don't know, it's been a few months. But this is all Village's property, all owned by the developer, and it goes all the way down to Center Hill. A lot of this they haven't even cleared yet, or probably aren't even, well, I'm sure they're thinking about clearing it, but and working on plans, but I mean, they have so much land down here to go. They're talking about Eastport being the center of the Villages when it's all done. You can see they're lining another retention pond here and getting ready to put water in that. Like I have said in some of the other videos, they do move water from one retention pond to another, and they have a underground system for that where they can pump them into different areas if an area is lacking water, or an area needs water or has too much water. They can kind of move it around. Once they did this over by Shady Brook and those areas south of Bexley Trail, there wasn't a lot of flooding going on, even when the storms would go through. And you can see here there's quite a bit of water. It's been raining daily, pretty for the most part, especially because we're in the summer months. It's been raining daily, so you can see a lot of standing water around, and that'll go away once they get all this water running into the retention ponds and moving the water back and forth between all of those things as well. Thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate it. I'm doing my best to get these videos out and get down there and record some more. Thanks for reaching out to me, those of you that have, wondering where I'm at. And as always, I will see you in the next one.